Dash the Unicorn Escapes the Laboratory by Echo Protocol. That was the name printed beneath the glass chamber. Dash could read it because the scientists accidentally taught him how. First came colors, then numbers, then words. One scientist started reading adventure novels during late-night shifts while eating barbecue chips over the control panel. That turned out to be a terrible decision. Because once a unicorn learns what freedom is, keeping him inside a laboratory becomes very difficult. Dash had spent his entire life inside Laboratory Sector 9, bright lights, cold floors, machines humming day and night. Scientist writing reports every time he sneezed. Subject attempted to eat security badge. Subject escaped containment area again. Subject somehow opened keypad lock. Dash believed the last report was unfair. If they did not want him escaping, the password should not have been 1234. One stormy night, a scientist left the loading bay open while arguing with a vending machine.
You stole my crackers!
Dash quietly slipped through the hallway, past storage crates, past forklifts, past the giant metal doors outside. Cold rain hit his silver fur, wind rushed past him. Above him stretched a sky filled with stars. Dash froze. "Whoa!" he whispered. Then alarms exploded behind him.
Subject has escaped!
Dash screamed too, not because he was brave, he just panicked very easily. Then he ran. By sunrise, he reached a forest. Tall trees surrounded him while birds chirped overhead. Suddenly, a furry brown animal jumped from a bush holding a stick.
You have a sword on your head!
Dash blinked. "That's my horn." The animal lowered the stick. That actually makes more sense. The creature adjusted a tiny leaf hat. Name's Rufus, professional beaver, part-time mushroom inspector. Dash tilted his head. What does a mushroom inspector do? Rufus shrugged, mostly guessing. Dash smiled. "I'm Dash. I'm a unicorn. I escaped from a laboratory." Rufus stared silently. "I understood maybe half of those words," Rufus admitted. Rufus guided Dash deeper into the forest where they met a raccoon named Tilly carrying 6 shiny spoons. "Why do you have those?" Dash asked. Tilly gasped. "A lady has secrets." Later they met Bernard the turtle.
Nice to meet you!
Dash accidentally fell asleep before Bernard finished introducing himself. The animals spent days exploring together. Dash saw rivers, mountains, flowers, and muddy trails. He learned mud puddles were fun. He also learned bees were absolutely not fun. One afternoon, they reached a crowded town. Animals hurried through the streets carrying food and supplies. Everyone immediately stopped when they saw Dash. A fox wearing a green jacket pointed dramatically. "What is that?" Dash sighed. "I'm a unicorn." The fox frowned. "Impossible, unicorns aren't real." Dash slowly stared at him. "You're literally a talking fox," Dash replied. The fox opened his mouth, closed it, then quietly walked away. That night, the group rested beside a fountain for the first time in his life. Dash felt safe. He felt like maybe the outside world could truly become his home. Then he heard engines. Dark laboratory trucks rolled into town. Searchlights swept across buildings. Humans in gray uniforms jumped out carrying tracking equipment. Dash stepped backward. "They found me." Rufus grabbed a stick. "We'll protect you." Tilly spun a spoon dramatically. "I have no combat skills, but emotionally, I'm ready." Bernard finally reached the front. It apparently took him several minutes. Dr. Felton stepped forward. He looked exhausted. "Dash," he said quietly, "you have to come back." Dash lowered his head. "I don't want to." Then a scientist fired a tranquilizer dart. Thunk. Dash stumbled. "Hey!" Rufus shouted. Dash tried to run, but his legs became heavy. Tilly threw a spoon at a scientist. It bounced harmlessly off a helmet.
That worked better in my imagination!
She yelled. Dash collapsed onto the ground. The last thing he saw was his friend standing between him and the floodlights, tiny, scared, trying anyway. When Dash finally woke up, he was back inside Laboratory Sector 9, Back inside the glass chamber, machines hummed around. Scientists walked through the halls carrying clipboards. Everything looked the same. But Dash was different now, because he had seen the sky, he had seen forests and rivers, he had made friends. And somewhere beyond the laboratory walls, the world was still waiting. Dash slowly looked toward the security keypad beside the door. Password 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. These people never learn. Dash whispered. The end.